Azimio la Umoja won Kenya presidential candidate Raila Odinga and his running mate Martha Karua want the Supreme Court to declare them winners in the August 9th State House race, claiming more than 200,000 votes cast in their favor were fraudulently taken away from them to the advantage of William Ruto, who was declared president-elect by IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati. In their 40-page written submissions, Odinga and Karua, in the alternative, want the apex court to nullify the declaration of Ruto and his running mate Rigathi Gachagua as victors in the presidential race and order a fresh poll, claiming the August 9th election was marred with massive illegalities and irregularities. And as Francis Gachuri reports, the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya flag bearer wants Chebukati found culpable of bungling the presidential election and declared unfit to hold public office.
4 days after delivering 2 truckloads of documents to back their petition contesting the August 9th presidential race outcome as declared by IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya presidential candidate Raila Odinga and his running mate Martha Karua, through their legal team, returned to the Supreme Court to file their written submissions. The 40-page document in multiple copies summarized their case against Chebukati, the Electoral Commission as an institution, the 6 IEBC commissioners, President-elect William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua. Top on the list of their prayers to the Supreme Court bench led by Chief Justice Martha Karua is nullification of a declaration by Chebukati that Ruto is president-elect and Gachagua deputy president-elect. They also want the 7-judge bench to declare IEBC as currently constituted, incapable of presiding over a credible and verifiable presidential race. They also want the court to order the reversal of all irregularly awarded votes and tallying, verification and consideration of the valid vote outcome of the August presidential contest after scrutiny and forensic audit. In the written submissions, Odinga and Karua list 12 grounds on which their petition is anchored as they push to be declared winners in the August 9th race and overturning the declaration of Ruto as president-elect. Top on the list is interference with the election system, citing alleged lack of security and penetration of IEBC systems by third parties. They also claim more than 11,000 Forms 34A were dumped into the IEBC portal in a span of 8 minutes on 11th of August. Odinga and Karua also told the Supreme Court that there was contamination and tampering with Forms 34A that were used to enter presidential results in polling stations and that Chebukati unlawfully took over the tallying and verification of statutory results declaration forms. By the time of declaring the final tally, the Azimio la Umoja pair claims results from 27 constituencies had not been tallied and verified. On the number of voters who turned up to participate in the presidential election, Odinga and Karua claimed there were inconsistencies, citing Chebukati for issuing contradictory figures. This, they say, made it impossible to determine whether any of the presidential contenders met the constitutional threshold of 50% plus 1 vote, and that results contained in Form 34C differed with those announced at the polling stations. Other allegations listed in the written submissions include voter suppression and ballot stuffing, and one Chebukati cited for electoral offences as well as violation of the Public Officer Ethics Act. Odinga and Karua want Chebukati, whose term as IEBC chairman lapses in January next year, barred from holding public office. Their petition, they say, was grounded on the promise made by the Supreme Court in 2017 that it would annul a presidential election if anomalies such as those detected then would arise again, regardless of who the aspirants may be. To them, the 2022 presidential race disregarded the Constitution, rule of law, national values, and principles of good governance. The illegalities they cited as grounds for the petition, according to them, were premeditated in order to assist in securing a fraudulent presidential election results. Declaration of Ruto as president-elect was, according to Odinga and Karua, a unilateral decision by Chebukati as usurped the powers of other IEBC commissioners in violation of Article 138(3)(c) of the Constitution. The Supreme Court judges will early next week meet all parties in a pre-trial conference to agree on, among other things, time allocation for oral submissions before they retreat to write their judgment and render it by 5th of September. Francis Gachuri, Citizen TV.